I always loved the quiet of living alone. My apartment was small, yes, but it was mine. I liked the freedom, the solitude, the peace. No roommates, no distractions, no rules but my own. That Thursday night, after a long and exhausting day at work, I poured myself a glass of wine, wrapped myself in my soft blanket, and sank into the couch. I wasn't really watching TV. I was just enjoying the stillness. The apartment was silent, the kind of quiet where every small sound seems magnified. At first, it was subtle, a faint whisper. So faint I thought it was my imagination. Hello? My heart skipped a beat. I froze, glass of wine halfway to my lips. The sound wasn't coming from the TV, or the street outside. It came from inside the apartment. From the corners. The walls. Somewhere near me. I laughed nervously, shaking my head. I was alone. I told myself it was nothing, probably just the wind, or the pipes, or maybe I was imagining it. Over here. The whisper returned, clearer this time, like someone was teasing me, just out of reach. I turned, scanning the room, but saw nothing. My apartment was normal. Everything in its place. The lamp on, the sofa cushions tidy, the books stacked. Nothing to indicate someone, or something, was here. Don't look! A chill ran down my spine. The voice wasn't human. It was hollow, breathy, warped. I tried to rationalize it, to convince myself it was stress, exhaustion, maybe a trick of my imagination. But deep down I knew. Something was here. Watching. Waiting. And then I saw it. A ripple in the shadows along the wall. It stretched and twisted unnaturally, like liquid darkness with a mind of its own. My pulse quickened. I wanted to run, but my legs refused to obey. My instincts screamed at me to escape, but I was frozen. You can't hide! I stumbled backward toward the bedroom, heart pounding, hands trembling. The whispering followed me, circling, coming from everywhere and nowhere at once. I grabbed a lamp, holding it out like a weapon, though it offered little comfort. Hours, or maybe minutes, passed. Time blurred. Every small sound, my own breathing, the fridge humming, the faint hum of the heater, felt amplified, sinister. Then the whispers changed. I see you. Come to me. Play with me. They were all around me. In the corners, under the couch, inside the walls. I wanted to scream, but my voice failed me. My phone slipped from my hand onto the floor, unresponsive, black screen staring up at me. The shadows began to move in ways no shadow should. One stretched across the living room floor toward me, like a tendril reaching for my foot. Another flickered near the ceiling, disappearing when I looked directly at it. I could feel eyes on me, though I couldn't see them. Watching, patient, hungry. I ran to the bathroom, slammed the door, and locked it. I pressed my back to the cold tiles, shaking, trying to calm my racing heart. The whispers didn't stop. They were louder now, layered, overlapping. A chorus of voices, sinister and mocking, filling the apartment. Don't sleep. You belong to me. I crawled onto the bathroom floor, clutching the knife from the kitchen drawer, shaking so violently I could barely hold it. Every corner of the apartment felt alive, pulsating with menace. I couldn't see it directly, but I could feel it, creeping closer, stretching through the shadows. Then, the lights flickered. On and off. On and off. Each time the darkness swallowed the room, the whispers grew more urgent, almost chanting. I screamed into the darkness, a raw, desperate sound that seemed to amuse whatever was haunting me. Why are you afraid? I ran again, barefoot, stumbling over furniture, feeling the darkness brush against my legs. The shadows weren't just on the floor anymore, they were rising. Climbing the walls. Twisting around the ceiling. I reached for the bedroom door. My hands were numb, shaking uncontrollably. And then I saw it. Not just a shadow this time. A shape. Standing at the far end of the hallway, where the light barely reached. Its form was twisted, unnatural. Limbs bent at impossible angles. Its head tilted unnaturally, and though I couldn't see a face, I could feel its gaze. piercing, consuming, aware of every heartbeat. You can't leave! I ran. I had to get out. I didn't care where. I stumbled over the coffee table, knocked over books and cups, barely aware of what I was doing. The whispers followed, circling, chanting, growing louder. I threw myself at the front door, yanking it open, and for a moment, the city lights outside felt like salvation. But then the air shifted. Cold. Heavy. Oppressive. The doorway felt wrong. Resistant. As if it didn't want me to leave. I slammed it shut, locked it, and backed into the living room. The shadows were everywhere now. Moving like liquid, alive. I ran to the couch, threw the blanket over my head, and waited, trembling. The whispers were soft again, teasing, coaxing. Come to me! I spent the night like that. Wide-eyed, trembling, barely daring to breathe. Every time I dozed, the whispers returned closer, sharper, almost whispering directly in my ear. The shadows stretched, flickered, and shifted, making the apartment feel like a living thing, breathing, hunting me. By morning, the first rays of sunlight filtering through the blinds did little to ease the fear. I couldn't move. I couldn't leave. The apartment seemed different. Darker. Watching. Waiting. I knew it wasn't gone. Not really. And I knew it would never leave me alone. Even now, days later, I can hear it. Faint whispers, soft as the wind, teasing me from the corners, from the walls, from the shadows. And every time I hear my name, I know it's there, waiting, patient, hungry, and it will never stop. I thought I was alone. I was wrong.